works this time. I don't think I'm gonna probably upload a lot of these videos to, I think I'll upload the first one that I did, but I don't think I'll be uploading the second one because that was weird. But yeah, let me know if you guys can comment. That was super weird. Let me see. Yay! Yay! Yeah, what I'm commenting is commenting is my ooh, I might have to mute myself here. Commenting is my ooh, I might have to mute myself here. Okay, there. I muted myself on this so that I don't have to hear that. You have FASD too? That's so cool. Xavier, I think it's Xavier. That's so cool. Hi. Yeah, I wanted to make a platform that talked about specifically about FASD. Oh my god, thank you so much. I'm gonna say it wrong. The Square Brain. Oh my god, yes. Yay! Let me know if you guys want more live streams and stuff. This could be fun. I've done live streams in the past when it came to TikTok and stuff. One of the things that I didn't necessarily like about TikTok, number one, I'm in Canada, so I can't get monetized. Boo. But if I want to make money off of TikTok, the only way I can do it is through lives. And it's my subscribers that have to give me what are called gifts. And I'm like on the fence about my subscribers giving me money. I want the company to be giving me money first, and then maybe later down the line. But I don't feel like I have a big enough platform to be like, hey, you who's watching, give me money. I'm like, no. No, you and I are probably in the same economic boat. No problem. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite a while now. Oh, it's so cool. I can see your guys' chat here. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. And can I see? I don't know. It's weird to see myself here and here because there's a delay, but you guys wouldn't know that. No, 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 no. Please don't give me money. No, 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 no. It's like I'm iffy. I would like YouTube to give me money. I would like TikTok to give me money. I would like Instagram to give me money. You know, those big corporations that have the money? Yeah, I want them to pay me. Because I have so much information out there and I want to share it. And I also don't necessarily want my information to be hidden by a paywall, because I believe everyone should have access to information. And it makes me feel uncomfortable where only specific types of people can access information. It's okay. I'm a retail worker, so I'm not working the like 20K bank account either. But yeah, I'm glad the chat's working. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what happened. Ooh, did I want to do that? Yes. Yes, I did. But yeah, I want to get to a point in like my YouTube where I can feel like this is fun and I enjoy doing it, and then also maybe get just the tiniest bit of revenue. Cool. I'm glad the chat's working. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Yay. YouTube is weird. Yes, YouTube is very weird sometimes. I can definitely say that. It's fun. I enjoy doing it, but I have to get motivated to do it. You know what I mean? I have to feel like, yeah, I want to do this. Which I enjoy doing. But YouTube doesn't have the same algorithm that TikTok or Instagram does. So my shorts don't go as far as they would on Instagram or YouTube. I worked a long day, so I'm a little bit tired. So if it seems like I'm thinking longer than I should, I probably am. That's interesting. I might do that. I think I can hook up like a moderator for myself. So that's something I need to do. I can hook it up to this, my Surface, which would be cool. But yeah. Where are you in the world, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, if because my FASD is unfortunately a very niche topic, I understood going into this that I was not going to get the pop-off that everyone else was going to get through different sort of mediums, and I understood that from the beginning, but I didn't realize how slow it was going to be. You're good. You're good. What are some of the symptoms of FASD? Oh, cool. You're, oh, you guys are from the States. I'm from Canada. These are my puzzles, and this is, a puzzle, from Quebec. Or, symptoms of FASD. Let's go through them. Actually, since I have my computer open, we can go through them properly, because there are so many. I also, if you want to know sort of the symptoms of FASD, I do have a video that you can go check out after this live if you want a little bit better detail. There are so many. There are 428 co-occurring conditions linked with FASD. 424. So some of the things that people with FASD can deal with is learning disabilities. I'm going to go into the CDC. FASD. Symptoms. Let's not capitalize now. Okay, let's do this. Back. All right, symptoms of FASD. So, there are facial characteristics that can come with FASD. Noted, only 10% of people with FASD actually have any of these facial features. I am one of the 10% that has the facial features. So some of the facial features are why didn't it show it? A thin upper lip, small eyes or short distance between the eyes, and a reduced or absent groove between your upper lip, which is called the philtrum. Let's go Mayo Clinic, because they're always a good source. Symptoms. Sometimes we can have slow growth. Delayed development included taking longer to reach milestones such as sitting, talking, and walking. Smaller than average head and brain size makes sense. It's damaged. Change with how the heart, kidneys, and bones develop. Poor coordination or balance. Being jittery, I don't like the word jittery, hyperactive. people with FASD are 10 times more likely to have ADHD than the general population. We can have intellectual disability, learning disability, including trouble with memory, learning new things, focusing, and thinking. I don't know why. Some of this is weird. I wouldn't word it this way. So we can have short-term memory loss, which really sucks. And one of the things that people with FASD struggle with a lot is math and what is called abstract concepts like time or calendars. Some of the things are poor judgment skills, such as having a hard time thinking through issues, problem solving, reasoning, and making decisions that affect everyday life. We can struggle with what is called executive dysfunction or executive functioning, aka executive dysfunction. Sorry, I just want to see who's chatting. Hello, it's PJ. You have the facial features too? Yeah, I do too. It sucks. It's so weird because people like to comment on my YouTube videos and my TikToks, you had the facial features. It's like, okay, dude, cool. But then I'll have people, like in my everyday life, I'll be like, oh, I have FASD, and the thing that they will say, oh, what's that? I had no idea you were disabled. And I'll be like, so on one hand, comments are telling me they can tell I'm disabled, and then in my reality, no one can tell I'm disabled when I need them to know I'm disabled. All right, let's go back to the symptoms. Being easily influenced by others or taken advantage of. We can struggle with like mood disorders and emotional dysregulation. Oh, you're tall? Okay. That's okay. Like I said, only 10% of people with FASD actually have any of those facial features. Let's see. Social and behavioral challenges. Challenges in school with attention, learning, behavior, and interacting with others. Yeah, we can have issues understanding social cues. We can have trouble. I don't look at people when they're talking to me because I don't like looking at people, especially in their eyes. Nah, not happening. Trouble getting along with others, including struggling with communication and social skills. I always struggled with reading social cues. Trouble adapting to change or switching from one task to another. Yes, I hate when my not task, routine gets changed. Ugh, so annoying. I used to get so upset when we used to have what is it called? Substitute teachers. And we had some good substitute teachers, but the problem was you were a massive change for me. And because of that change, I didn't like you. That's so mean. But I realized as I got older, it was because that was a change for me. And so, of course, I wasn't going to like the person in the room. Problems managing life skills such as telling time, self-care, managing money, and staying safe. Let's see what else. Okay, this just says when you're pregnant and you drink, like it's just saying like what happens when you drink alcohol, which I find really fascinating. When you're pregnant and you drink alcohol, alcohol goes into your bloodstream inside the womb. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrition to the developing baby. The alcohol reaches your baby by passing through the placenta. Alcohol causes high blood alcohol levels in your developing baby. Sorry, I read that wrong. This is fascinating. Alcohol causes a higher blood alcohol level in your developed baby than in your body. That's because a baby breaks down and gets rid of alcohol slower than an adult does. A lot of people in my comments will say The baby doesn't get the same amount of alcohol as I, so I can drink 2 glasses of wine and they'll only get like this much. That's not true. Whatever you're drinking, the baby's drinking. Alcohol is toxic to the baby's cells. It exposes to alcohol before birth can harm and affect how the baby develops and causes permanent brain damage in the developing baby. So yeah, that's some things. What else do you want to know? Because I can easily look them up. Hold on, I'm going to answer some questions. Yes, it is. Also, it is classified as an invisible disability. A lot of people don't know that or want to recognize that because they have a very, very ableist viewpoint on what they think FASD should look like. And if you don't match what they think FASD should look like and behave like, then they can't think that you have FASD. Just going back to the chat. Oh, Xavier. I'm adopted too. Let's go. I was adopted from Russia and it was a closed adoption, so I have no knowledge of my birth parents. And yes, a lot of people believe that you have to be an alcoholic to cause FASD, and that's not necessarily true. Also, if you drink alcohol while pregnant, that doesn't necessarily mean you're a quote-unquote bad person. FASD can happen before someone even realizes they're pregnant. But yeah, I was adopted from Russia. Yep. Yeah, I think adoption is very common when it comes to FASD. That's kind of like a bias I find with doctors. They'll give a diagnosis of FASD to foster care children and adoption kids in the adoption and foster care system more than they give for a child who lives with their parents, who has a good connection with their parents, and so on and so forth. FASD doesn't really register when you have a physical connection. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, do you know if your mom's parents, your bio mom's parents, like, did their mom drink? It would be interesting to know if she has FASD too. That would be interesting to see if it's like sadly a family thing. So I'm just figuring out how to use this. There we go. No, it wants to. That would be interesting to know, like, FASD is part of that family link. Even though FASD isn't necessarily genetic, FASD isn't genetic, but it does have something called a connection in something called epigenetics. So my kids could have issues, and not necessarily like issues because I'm going to drink alcohol while pregnant. No, they might have issues because I have FASD, and then in turn could affect my genetic line or my I think it's genetics and it doesn't affect DNA. I'm glad you have some form of connection with her. That's really, really sweet. That's really, really sweet. Oops, I'm just playing with my own videos here. Just want to pause it. But yeah, that's really, really sweet that you have some form of connection with them. There we go. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to a Discord person as well. I just turned 30. Birthday was May 19th, and I just turned 30. I know, a lot of people think I'm super young, which people keep telling me is going to be a good thing. People keep telling me, they're like, yeah, you'll be excited for that. But, I'm not excited for that. Because people keep assuming that I'm younger than I am. And in some ways that can be good, but I tend to, especially at work, I tend to face a lot of like ageism, which sucks. And ageism is obviously being discriminated against your age. And I tend to, people assume that I'm like 18 and don't give a shit about work. And so they expect that when I actually am really passionate about what I do and what I do for work. And so I find that people have this weird mindset for younger people. And I'm like, why do you have that mindset? Why are you treating a younger person so badly because you just assume that they just don't care? And that makes me really sad. You're 15. Nice to meet you. I was at a conference a couple of weeks ago, or like a month ago, and we were having breakfast. And the waiter comes up to me, or to my mom, and goes, do you want the kids menu for her? Oh my god. Yeah. And she's like, she's 29. And I was like, I think that poor woman wanted to run and hide. Excuse me. I felt so bad for her. I feel so bad. That was awkward. But it happens to me all the time. People assume that I'm like a specific age or expect me to behave in a certain way, and I'm like, no. I'm just like you. I'm just like you, and I would like to be treated as such. Yeah, but I'm thinking of doing these lives. See where it takes me. When someone asks me for the kids menu, more times than I would like. More times than I would appreciate. Let's just say that. But people keep, like I said before, people keep telling me that it will, you'll be fortunate in the end. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for that. What is your guys' like favorite movies? I'm super into Marvel, and I absolutely love, like, one of my favorite Marvel movies / series is Guardians of the Galaxy. I absolutely love that movie. Or the series. I loved the third movie. Volume 3. Oh, so good. So good. was such a good movie. No, don't do that. I'm drawing, and I don't know if I like how I did, like, this character's, like, snout. Their coloring. I don't like how I did their coloring. Definitely iffy about it. Can I zoom it? Oh, that's as far as I can zoom? Okay. Good to know. Yeah, there's a ton of things that FASD can impact you on. Like, a lot. It's crazy. It's sad and it's crazy, but you forget what movies you like. Oh no. You better get on that. Figure that out. Figure out what movies you like. I don't like this color. I think I need to go more white. Because he is a whitish character. But it looks pink when I do that, so I don't like that. You better figure out what movies you like. I like a whole bunch. Trying to think of like a movie that I used to love as a kid. Definitely was a Disney kid. Not gonna lie there. Am I a Disney adult? Not really, but I've heard of that movie. I have not watched it, but I've heard of it. I've definitely heard of that movie. Oh, that's his eye. I have to be careful there. That is definitely his eye. I wouldn't say I'm a Disney adult, but I do enjoy. Oh, you like Ratatouille? That's a good one. That's a good one. That was when that was Disney, right? That wasn't Pixar, that was Disney. That's when Disney like actually wanted to do something good and didn't do anything on the backs of like live action. I'm like, stop doing your live action, please. Please get your creative people that you acclaim to hire and let them do their job. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Let them do their job. Lion King was one of my favorites as a kid. Beauty and the Beast was one of my favorites. You just remembered. Yeah, Ratatouille was really, really good. I didn't think I would like it. And then obviously I went to go see it whenever it came out. Now I want to know, hold on, how long ago was that? Oh god, you guys are gonna make me feel old. Oh god, someone commented on one of my videos. (2007) Wow. (2007) Jeez. That's insane. That's wow. I didn't realize it was that long ago. What is that? What is that saying? I thought it was old, but I didn't think it was that old. Know what I'm saying? You thought it was older. Yeah. I didn't think it was 2004. That I definitely knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't that old. I just now know it's old. The only thing is, the picture that I'm coloring is not my own. I have a friend on Discord, and she's an amazing artist, and sometimes I take her art and I color it. So I don't want to show you because it's not mine. I just do it to then show it to her later. Because she does a lot of drawings, but not in color, which kind of makes me sad. So then I take those photos and I'm like, this is how I would imagine their outfits looking like. I do have some. Where is my sketchbook? Question mark. Where is my sketchbook? Oh, I think I see it. But yeah. But I've been practicing drawing for the last year. So she was the one that sort of got me into drawing again. I used to draw a lot and then I sort of phased out of it. And me and her have made a whole story with characters and everything. It's a RP based storyline, and so we like to characterize and stuff and draw what we think the characters look like and so on and so forth. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, so I like to color stuff in. It's based on like I said, I'm really into the Guardians of the Galaxy, so it's based on Rocket's storyline. So that's fun. Rocket ends up with a kid. Oh, nice. You like anime? Sweet. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I do have OCs. She's the one that got me into doing OCs. I also write fan fiction. And to be fair, reading fan fiction, I'm not a big fan of OCs. And then I started reading, now my friend, I started to read her story that had an OC. And I fell absolutely in love with this story. And I fell in love with her OC. And there was a Discord that I had. It was a Guardians Discord, and she happened to also be connected with this Discord. And I was a big fan of her work, and I private messaged her, and I was like, hey, I don't know if this is weird, but I really like your story. And then on that server, on the Guardian server, someone came on, and we started making an RP role-playing-esque thing. And so I had to make a character, obviously. And one of my things is I'm not a big romantic shipper. It's not my thing. I'm not a big fan of it. So I made up this storyline that Rocket had a brother or father. No, Rocket had a brother, which turned out to be a son. And just the whole story of him finding his son. And the character is named Ezra. He is also a raccoon. He's a red-headed raccoon. And he's my little boy, and I love to make him miserable. I'm very good at that. I love making my character absolutely miserable. But I do have a thing where I write, and I love putting disability representation. What did I just click on? Disability representation. So he's disabled. So he's my special boy, and I love him very much. and he helped me grow into a better writer and a drawer. Do I have, hold on, let me see. If I go on like my, yes, I have a Tumblr account, which I put all my art in. I have a sort of Tumblr account that I put my art and stuff in. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna show up well if I do this. If you want to see Tumblr, please don't be logged out. Of course you are. Let's see. I just don't want to show you my personal information. See how I'm gonna do this for you. No, where's my stuff? Where is my stuff? Ah, here's my account. I have to find one of my pictures. Hold on. Yes, all the trauma. All right, see you. Oh my God, you need to go to bed. Go. I haven't done an OC with FASD yet. I have to make a good storyline. All the trauma. They deserve all the trauma. I have to find one of my pictures, specifically him. Hold on. I just want him. Ah, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if it will show up. Let's see. This is my boy. This is what he looks like. He is a medic for the Guardians, because I love putting medical stuff in. So that's what he looks like. I love him very much. Thank you, thank you. I'm just I'm relearning how to draw and all that. So that's him. His disability is that when he was born, he was basically like suffocating when he was born, and so he ended up with brain damage and physical like disability, and so he has a cybernetic prosthetics on his, I think it's right paw, for him to be able to move his hand, because he has motor function issues. But yeah, that's who he is, and I enjoy him very much. But I do think I am going to also call it for the night. We've been talking for a whole 40 minutes, guys. That's insane. Thank you for commenting and liking. It's been fun talking to you, and I want to do this again. And I might put this up on YouTube, because it saves all my lives. So this one is definitely going to go up, because the fact that you guys were like chatting and stuff was a lot of fun. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but it will definitely be posted at some point. But thank you for chatting. Thank you for listening. Thank you for wanting to learn. And it's so great to meet other people with FASD. If this is how you can connect with someone else with FASD, I'm willing to continue doing live streams. And I want to also do live streams that are like quote unquote educational. So that will be fun to do. But yeah, thank you for the likes, thanks for commenting, and thanks for sort of being nerds with me and writing OCs and all that. So that was a lot of fun. Good night, sleep well, all of you, and try to sleep. I know it can be hard with FASD. I'm going to be taking my melatonin very, very soon. Good night. Bye.